Whoever does not respect zoning in any form in Nigeria, with a complex cultural diversity, complex geographical diversity, believe me, anybody who doesn't respect zoning in any form in Nigeria is acting in a way that actually demonstrates that they haven't started politics in Nigeria. All through the history of Nigeria, for whatever reason, there is a compelling necessity for zoning. Nigeria needs to restructure. The federal system we have is lopsided. Lopsided in the sense that it's not balanced. A federation that makes it possible for any section to dominate the power or monopolize the power or take a disproportionate portion or share of national resources. That federation becomes completely a precarious one, unstable, political instability, conflict, because that is a form of inbuilt injustice. Throughout history, those denied justice have had no interest in peace. There will be no political stability if you cannot, in all sincerity, restructure Nigeria. We will be playing with fire unless we restructure. Unless we negotiate in Nigeria in one form or the other. Unless we apply a sense of devolution of power, a sense of decentralization. Call it anything, but the truth is that the Nigerian political system must be restructured.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on wherever you are watching us from. Is another channel of politics on the streets. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our videos, share, comment for more political discourse. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our videos, share, comment for more political discourse. Yesterday, the Ohaneze Ndigbo have finally bragged Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa in what the Vice President Shettima said. Shettima said Nigeria is not ready and Nigeria is not ripe for restructuring. He said rather Ohaneze Ndigbo should look for a way to move Nigeria forward rather than clamoring or championing for restructuring. Now, Ohaneze Ndigbo has replied and said that the Vice President is not a good patriotic Nigerian. That if he's a good patriotic Nigerian, rather he should also champion for the cause for a true restructuring so that things could be better. Are you in agreement with the Ohaneze Ndigbo, or you are in?
I'm not in agreement with any of them.
Why?
I'm not in agreement with Ohaneze Ndigbo. I'm not in agreement with the Vice President Shettima. But I am in agreement on what makes Nigeria work. If Nigeria refuses to work, then balkanization is the only option. You know, the North has benefited so much from the resources of the South. The North has grew the northern economy with the resources of the South. What has the South benefited from the North? If they continue to have the mindset of conquest up to now, the North is a misplaced identity. And I can tell you categorically clear that there was a reason why the Northerners had to bring out a radical personality like Shettima and make him vice president too. Because of these two factors. One, the Fulani agenda. One. Two, issue of restructuring. Three, disintegration of Nigeria. That was why they brought Shettima and made him vice president, so that when those things started happening or raising their heads or trying to get roots, Shettima will be able to alert his northern friends, caliphate. They will know how they will negotiate and go about it. But the North has enjoyed power for many years, and now we have a Southerner as the president. I think to an extent, the North are not more radicalized than the South, because we know that our faith is not tied to politics. Our faith is tied to divinity. But in the North, their faith is tied to religion and politics. And that's why we see what is happening on daily basis. So if Ohaneze is coming to tell you that you are not showing the spirit of patriotism, and this is why I'm saying no, we cannot go on restructuring. I think Nigeria has been given an opportunity for unity over the years, and all the ethnic lords are saying time for restructuring has come, and it has what? Well, that even though there has been an underground struggle, to bring about regionalism, or what Ojukwu also said, called confederation, they are trying to push that, along political line, along the alongside with the president's ambition of having regionalism in that regard. So, at this point, nobody is going to accept that unless we see a situation where that most of these things are properly legislated. That's when you begin to have the support of other regions. But at the stance now, if Ohaneze is advancing for restructuring, and the vice president, that's the presidency, is saying, no, let Nigeria work first. Nigeria has never worked for 104 years. And we think we are not dynamic. We should be dynamic, and leadership is all about dynamism. Why can't we be dynamic? Should we be stagnant because one part of the country refuses to understand the need of civilization? And they will still want to take us back to 18th century. Where Nama is following everywhere, where cow is running everywhere. We don't need that. If you get to a point, we call this country, after this country has expired, and let everybody go their separate ways. If they want to do otherwise, then we'll tell them that 1967 is not now. When the whole world gathered and fought a particular tribe, the Southern senators, the Southern governors, the presidency should look at the issue on ground and take a decisive decision on it. If we are talking about restructuring, what type of restructuring? If we are talking about regionalization, what type of regionalization? Are we going to have states in those regions? Or would they be abolished? So all these things need to be properly legislated, properly defined, before we even go to the Senate, or before even the President will assent it to law. And the referendum should be carried out based on that, whether Nigerians are going to support it or total disintegration. But you see, the issue of open grazing, that one is no-go area. That one is no-go area.
But
we can, yes.
Why are the North afraid of restructuring? Why are they afraid of restructuring?
Because the oil in the South has made everybody lazy. Would the Northerners tell you that they don't have resources to take care of the North in the North? They have enormous resources there. They have gold, they have oil, they have a lot of things there that can, step up the economic activities in the North, that can give their economy lifeline. They have it, but because of oil. That's why everybody is, like Nigeria has forgotten that, necessity is the mother of invention. Everybody is sitting on a platter of gold, waiting when they are going to bring crude oil, then turn it to cash, and everybody will smile. Nigeria is working. Nigeria is not productive. Why is it Nigeria is not productive? It's because of this kind of a thing that has been championed by the Northerners over the years. The Northerners has championed consumption instead of production.
But why are the certain lawmakers, why are they not championing this cause so that it could become a law? Why are they silent in the house? Why the northern lawmakers are really fighting for this issue of? I'm not saying I'm saying no.
Yeah, it comes like a surprise to most of us when we watch development at the Senate, at the floor of the Senate. You know how most of the southern senators seem to be intimidated, you know, by the level of radicalism introduced by some northern senators. You know, and I think at this point, you know, they need to stand up too and begin to explain, you know, and show solidarity and support for things to work in Nigeria, especially people from the south. The southern Nigeria has taken care of the northern Nigeria for a very long time. They have sacrificed resources, human effort, human capital. What has it not given to the south? I'm asking you. Nothing.
They are giving us poverty.
If it comes in terms of agriculture, the south can produce what they can eat. But everybody is about crude oil. They're not. Go and see the level of devastation that has taken place in the eastern part of the country as a result of oil exploration. Nobody's talking about that. The southern senators should be brave enough, because posterity is going to judge them at the end of the day. People are going to ask questions. Forget they say they have a number of this. No! If they refuse to, bro, it's not a must that Nigeria must be one. Who told you that? It's not a must. It's not a must. It's not a must. It's not a do or die affair to be in a relationship that does not work. And that is the reason why some people are seeing some southern senators as cowards. Because most of them, you know, religion has divided them. Most of them are playing based on religion. Most of the southern senators are Muslims.
Southern senators?
Yes. They don't seem to understand what is driving Nigeria at this moment. They don't seem to have a clear picture on how to defend Nigeria as a nation. They are always told that line. What of those who are in the middle belt? I don't know, most of the senators, they are Muslims too. Are they happy with the killing in the middle belt? Yesterday, over 24 people were killed by gunmen in a village in the north. What would you call that? So the southern senators, to an extent, should come up and sit up and know what to do and stop being part of this decided threat against the existence of Nigeria.
You've listened to our guest. He said the southern senators should come out and speak up, and then speak up against this illegality and the threat that is really happening in Nigeria. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our videos, share, comment for more political discourse. Thank you so much, sir.